another, good response to a negative situation. We, it's a good team, and they started a 2-out rally in the second inning and ended up with a 4 spot. But our guys responded with 8 runs in the bottom of the frame and 10 quality at-bats and a big 3-run homer by Jaron Purify, and just kept that QAB quality at-bat train rolling, and that was really good to see. And then once Austin Gordon kind of hit that pitch count limit that we had set or discussed prior to the game, thought our relief pitching just did a fantastic job. Rocco Reid and Joe Allen just not only throwing a lot of strikes, but again, the response of anytime something negative might happen, like a leadoff walk or a leadoff error or a 1-out hit by pitch, we immediately followed it up with a double play. And so it was just good team baseball. Had some 2-out RBIs, hit a couple of homers, stole some bases, played fundamentally sound for the most part. But got a lot of guys in the game, but just a good solid win. It wasn't perfect. We left some runners out there, but all in all, the lineup is deep. The pitching staff, guys coming in, doing a good job. Rocco, first career win as a Clemson Tiger, according to the great Brian Hennessy. So got some good things happening out there all the time. So. Just proud of the guys, and most importantly, proud of the way they're competing.
Any questions for the players?
Rocco, that was a big out you got there. That coming in runner third, 2 outs. What was working for you today?
I think the defense deserves all the praise there when they're making hard plays look easy the whole game. It's just let them work kind of thing.
Jimmy, talk about that second inning. You guys gave up 4 and come right back with 8, and I think you brought maybe 10 guys to the plate. Talk about that response.
Yeah, this offense is a lot of fun to be a part of, because any guy in the lineup is going to do something big at any point, and we know if we're down, we still have a chance, and that was a big answer right there. And then an even bigger answer by Gordy, putting up a couple zeros after that 8 spot. So just a good team win.
Jimmy, talk about the offense and the first part of the game for you went 0 for 2, but you finally joined the hit party and you got an RBI double yourself. So how does it help the confidence kind of towards the back half of the game going to the next one, get those 2 hits?
Yeah, it's good. Just trusting the scouting reports, what they're telling us these guys have. Just trying to put the ball in play to help the team out any way possible.
Any other questions for the players? All right, thank you, players.
What's up, Cole?
Any questions for Coach?
Coach, talk about the decision you've got with Cam out there in center with the injury, and it's great to get to the ball, but that's got to be a tough decision on what to do there.
To play him, you mean?
Yeah, to play him in center with the injury.
Yeah, I mean he's cleared to start a throwing program. It's just one of those things where he's so valuable, covering ground and taking extra bases out of the gap. And we saw the first play of the game, guy hits 107, and Cam comes flying out of nowhere to make a web gem catch. But he's one of the most elite defensive center fielders I've seen in 22 years. So he's just so valuable out there to run around and catch the ball, and we're just limiting, minimizing, and really trying to just almost eliminate the throwing component of it. So, there's times where he's going to DH as well, and there's times where he's going to be in center field, but we'll work with the medical team on that, and go through a proper rehab protocol to get that arm built back up. But he's fun to watch out there, that's for sure.
You expect that to get better as the season goes along for him?
Yeah, I think it's more of a tolerance thing for him, which he gets mad at me when he sees DH, and he wants to be out there. So, it'll be one of those things for the rest of the year. He'll be both in center field some and DH some.
6 stolen bases today. You guys only had 7 coming in. Is that something y'all made a concerted effort to be more aggressive on the bases?
No, that's just in the toolkit, and there happened to be the left-hander gave us the opportunity to steal third with the just the timing of things, and just the math worked out with being able to to get in motion and feel confident about it. But I don't know if that opportunity will present itself. It has to be there. We try not to force it, try to take calculated risks, but a lot of the teams so far, they've been very quick to the plate. They've picked a lot. They've varied their holds. They've varied their looks. They do a lot of things knowing we can run. So the opportunity has to present itself, and when it does, we'll get in motion. And the score of the game was still within question very much, and their ability to have that 2-out rally. We wanted to keep the pressure on just because we have a lot of respect for their team and how good they are, and take down a program. Have a quality win over Wake Forest and 8 wins on the season. We know they're good, so it's more of just we got to make sure that we keep our foot on the gas with a very good team.
Coach, just something real quick that I like to talk about with you is always the fielding, and today you only had 1 error and immediately turned into double play. And last time I talked to you about Chufo, he made a couple errors, but today he had 7 assists and 2 putouts. So overall today, what are your thoughts on the fielding?
One blemish with the one leadoff error there in the whatever inning it was, 7th. But that's just we've had some careless mistakes on defense, but we've also had some web gem highlight reel stuff. And Chufo's been a part of a lot of the good. He made a nice backhand play today, but he's just a good leader out there. He's poised. He's a veteran presence, and he's just he's really done a nice job at shortstop. But our defense has another level better that we can be, and I think as the season goes, that'll be one of the biggest areas of improvement as the season goes.
Last time you guys got in an early hole here, it didn't turn out very well. It got kind of ugly. You had to be very pleased with the response you got after the early deficit today.
Yeah, and the difference is our guys were competing, and it's just if they're competing and they're locked in and focused, we just know there's plenty of game left. The teams, everyone's good at college baseball, and everyone's got quality players, and so putting together a 2-out rally or scoring, having a big inning is something that's just going to happen. But the response to that is what matters. And so the way our guys were competing, the way they were, you feel the energy in the dugout and just how they were going about things, you knew that that we were going to have a good response. It wasn't a question of if, it was a question of when.
Anything else for Coach?